Morning, Rob the tree fruit guy here. Last week we put out some pruning videos and there were some questions about that. One of the big questions is Rob, when you talk about cutting to two buds, what does that mean? And so I wanted to spend just a couple minutes on that this morning talking about what that means. This is a pink lady block, and we really like to keep this a two-dimensional system, meaning we like to keep it on the wire. You can see here that it has 7 wires, and we've filled the space out on these wires here. And so we want to keep everything real short and to the wire. So when we talk about 1 to 2 buds, here what we're seeing is there's 1 bud right here. So that's the only bud we're going to leave. This has a whole series of buds. There's 1 bud there. There's a bud there, there's a bud there, there's a bud there. So this is where we're talking about we're only going to leave 2 buds. So I'm going to go 1 bud, and there's 2 buds, and I'm going to cut it off right there at 2 buds, meaning we're only going to leave a maximum of 2 buds on that tree. So we just go right down every limb, and that's what we're looking for. We're looking for 2 buds. Here we have a case where there's 2 doubles here, and so we're going to always go to 1, and I like to always go to the upright bud. So this is what you call 2-bud pruning. Here's a spur coming off here. There's a bud, there's a bud. So if we're gonna go to 2 buds, we're gonna go right there above that bud. Here's another situation. There's 1 bud. You can see that. Let me zoom in there for you. There's 1 bud right there, and there's a bud there. So if we're gonna 2-bud prune that, we're gonna go above the 2nd bud, and we're gonna cut it off about 1/4 to 1/2 inch above that bud. And that's what we mean by 2-bud pruning. Rob the tree fruit guy here. Have a great day. We'll see you out there.